Alright, well, I figured I'd try to get some footage because, well, I don't know how this setup's gonna work. But we'll see. So, the plan is, I'm getting a new computer. It's a big, I don't know. I'm getting a new computer. And the reason it's epic is because, well, I'm going from Mac to PC. Been doing a lot of gaming, and, well, let's face it, Mac just can't live up to what it needs to do. So I'm building a computer. It's going to be roughly about like $4,000 when it's all said and done. But I'm also getting a new monitor, a new keyboard, probably a bunch of other shit I don't need. But that's what's going to bring the price tag up to like $4,000. The computer itself is probably sitting at somewhere around like $2,000 just for the computer components. I decided on a 980 Ti from EVGA. I am going to do the hybrid one. I know the super clocked and, you know, like the Kingpin and stuff are nice, but I don't have a lot of experience with cooling CPUs. It kind of scares me. So I'm getting this Corsair closed water cooling kit that has, like, you know, it's basically just a bolt-on, which should make things easier. Performance-wise, I know it's not going to be great. I am going big on the hardware, and maybe later on I'll upgrade to like a more advanced water cooling system if I decide it's necessary. Right now, I don't really have plans on doing anything extreme, like crazy overclocking, which is probably why I'm going so hard on hardware, is that, you know, I don't want to have to push the limits and then be that guy that, like, his parts just fry because, well, you're pushing it too hard. I mean, I want to enjoy the experience, the gaming experience, but I'm not one of those guys that wants to put up, like, the best numbers, so to speak. I'm a WoW gamer. I've been playing WoW for a while. I'm one of the newer guys. I just started raiding in Draenor. Never raided prior to that. But I enjoy it. I'm in a good guild. A lot of good guys. I'm just not happy with my PC performance, and I'm due for an upgrade. The other thing is, I noticed too that Rainbow Six Siege is coming out in December, and I'm kind of excited for that because that looks like a really cool game. I mean, I used to play SOCOM Confrontation on the PS3, and I really like strategy shooters. Things like Call of Duty, what's the other one? Call of Duty is the big one right now. The respawn factor, I mean, it just takes all the, I think, a strategy out of the game, you know? Because you run around and hope you get lucky and get the most kills and then die. I mean, I'm sure there's an effort that goes into it, and, you know, some people are definitely better than others. You know, I know there's competitions and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's like playing poker with play money. You know, if you're just gonna die and come back, like, what's the point? You know, like, the same thing, the same concept applies to play money poker. I mean, you just get a whole bunch of people that are like, oh, it's free fake money, I can just shove all in. You know, they're not really playing the game. You know, like, part of getting shot means that at the end you could potentially not come back. So to have these kind of run and gun, just die over and over again game modes. It boggles my mind that, you know, people cling on to that stuff and they enjoy that. You know, Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You know, like, there's no, and I mean, someone else correct me if I'm wrong, there's no real communication. There's no someone's, you know, calling shit out like, oh, it's over here, or watch my back, or, you know, no teamwork effort there. You know, so, and I know Call of Duty has a free-for-all game mode. That's really what it is. It's a free-for-all. I mean, even when you're on a team and you're doing team deathmatch, like, it's really a joke. It really is. You know, with the random respawn points and stuff, and you can, like, respawn in front of an enemy player. I mean, it's not fun. So that being said, Rainbow Six Siege looks amazing. Watch some gameplay. You know, I think it's a lot like, maybe a little too much like Counter-Strike. However, I do see some good elements. They're trying to do like the class thing that Overwatch is doing from Blizzard, where you have like different classes that have different abilities, which is kind of similar to WoW in that respect, where WoW has, you know, tanks and healers and DPS, and in those there's different classes that can do different things. So I get that. One thing I disagree with is that, just like in Overwatch, you are only allowed one person per class. So when you queue up, if someone has already selected the class that, say, you're good at or you prefer to play, you can't select that class. This is kind of an issue for two reasons. One, it's going to force people to play classes they don't enjoy. And if you're going to be forced into a situation where you don't want to play the game, that decreases replay value, and no one's going to, you know, people aren't going to want to play, because they're always going to be like, well, this other guy's always faster than me, he always picks the good player, or whatever it is, you know, whatever the story may be. And that's a problem. The other thing is, I wouldn't assume that having two people or more of the same class would automatically put a team in a less advantage point. What I'm trying to say is that I think they're kind of doing it in attempts to balance out the team, so that, you know, you don't walk in and there's 5 tanks. Well, how do you know that you know, I mean, that could be like a real situation, to be honest, you know, where there's a bunch of people putting up fortifieds and shit like that. Like, you have to deal with that, you know. I mean, that's part of the strategy of the game. And I think that they're kind of giving a crutch to some people, and if it does put a team in an unfair advantage, then maybe they need to balance it out a little better, rather than making people play classes that, you know, that they don't enjoy playing. I don't know. Just my thoughts. But it does look cool. A lot of good gameplay. I like military shooters. You know, like I said, I was big into SOCOM Confrontation. You know, there was nothing better than going into a, you know, like 16-on-16 match, and like the whole board just being one, like, clan. That was amazing. I don't like the fact that Rainbow Six Siege is only 5v5 though, because multiplayer shooters have, I mean, used to be big. I mean, SOCOM Confrontation was like, the max you could do was 16v16, and getting 16 players to cooperate, just like WoW, when you raid, you know, you could have anywhere from 10 to 25 players, you know, working together. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, I guess 5 players can work together too, but I don't know. And that's what turned me on to Mag when Mag was out. But the problem with Mag was the communication between squads, because you had like 6-man or 4-man squads or 5-man squads. The communication between squads didn't really exist, and you were really just focused on your objective, which was like go from point A to point B. And I don't know, that game had a lot of problems, and therefore, you know, sucks. So yeah, I'm just rambling on, you know, trying to see how this setup. I'm recording on my phone, which is, you know, not always a good idea, but it's a decent phone, decent picture, it looks like. And I'm in my car, and I do have some little background music playing, hoping that might, you know, entertain you guys a little bit. I just, I'm on my way to a vape shop so I can pick up some juice before work. And then, yeah, I'm off to work, and I might try to record some stuff while I'm working at Domino's. Alright, see you later.